Planning these videos is extremely important.
If you out here not using these things, I'm telling you.
And you're not using it because now the scales are unbalanced. Let's just shoot.
If your planning goes haywire, that's when you gotta get your creative out the box. We're gonna be right there with you the whole step of the way.
Hey, shut up.
Hey, we're filming here.
Hey, we're filming here.
Fuck it, just close it. We need to have an on-air sign. Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Welcome back to Creativ Cutz. It's your boy Soto. We got Yuri and Marcos in the building. Yeah.
Come on, baby, you good?
What's up?
You know, it's been a minute, man. Since the last act like we don't work together.
I know, it's been a minute, bro.
Hey, man, get this pillow out of here. Let's have a good time. I got my honey bun, thanks to Marcos, huh?
Y'all watch the last episode?
Did you or did you not? Stop lying. Before you watch this one, go watch the other one.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
And then subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. And if you have watched it, watch that shit again.
Right.
You know, there's plenty of shit that we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah, you missed something.
You definitely missed something.
He said, yeah, you missed something. Yeah.
What are we on, episode 4?
Yeah, this is episode 4.
Episode 4 of Creativ Cutz. That means we've been doing this for 4 months strong. So shout out to us for staying consistent. Pushing out this content. Let's get this shit rolling, man.
Yeah, because we got a...
It's my second day out here.
The second day.
Second episode, yeah. A little wet behind the ears.
A little wet behind, a little milk around your mouth, huh? This one's definitely going to be about the process, filming process. We're going to tap into 3 or 4 things that just will help you. If you're a business owner or entrepreneur or influencer, it goes back to if you just picked up your camera and you're trying to get into this world, because now it's here as we know it. For these people that's just picking up the camera, we're gonna be right there with you the whole step of the way.
Right with you.
Come on, man.
You know, and it's never a perfect time to pick up the camera. So if you got a brand new camera and you're ready to start filming, this is the episode for you. Last episode, we introduced Marcos, went deeper into his story and how he got associated with one source. This episode, we want to give you information on the filming process and just things that you can do and tools you can use to plan your videos accordingly in the most effective way possible. Let's be honest. Planning these videos is extremely important, bro. You can't you can run a gun, you're gonna end up overshooting.
Yeah.
And the editing process is gonna be a bitch.
When you're first starting this, at least in my experience, I was oblivious to the business side of things and the planning side of things. I had to learn that slowly by working with other people that had been established, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even some of those people didn't even fully have their business established. I didn't even know that until I really got to an established business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's levels to it.
When you're working at a corporate level or even working with businesses and you're not just doing music videos, you have to remember to plan. But then also, the only time I think you should be trying to really run and gun if your planning goes haywire. If your planning goes haywire, that's when you gotta get your creative out the box.
Speaking of that, I got a crazy story about that, bro. It was me and my boy Victor, probably like 4 or 5 other guys that worked at Best Buy. We were helping him film a short film. Bro, we planned this thing, I'm talking about we were meeting after work.
To the T.
Early in the morning, bro, just storyboarding. We had the whole thing planned out. The location, all the scenes.
Plotted.
I'm talking about and we even had people on set to do certain jobs. I was a sound guy. We had a gaffer fix up the camera. We got the lighting dude, audio, everything. All the actors were prepped beforehand. We had meetings with the I'm talking about, bro, planned to the T, bro. We get on set and we end up getting kicked out of our whole location because we're filming in a public parking garage. And because we had all the lights and the production, right? It wasn't just a camera. We had it like this, bro.
Yeah, y'all had everything.
And the dude was like, yo, you know, to do something like that, you need a permit. Other cops saw us here, they didn't say nothing. But the dude was being an asshole. Damn, yo. And then I'm talking about, bro, we were probably 4 hours in already because we got to set probably 3 hours earlier to set everything up.
Damn.
By the time we about to start filming, bro, he kicks us out.
I was in a hotel shooting a music video with my boy. I'm always trying to make stuff shake. Before I do a video shoot, I think of what props I can get, what other people I can get there, how we can get better lighting there, so I had borrowed a fog machine and we pulled up to this hotel. We set the fog machine up and everything. We even put a bag over the smoke detector.
It didn't chirp.
It wouldn't chirp or nothing like that. I thought we were good, right? Turn the fog machine on, smoke detector's not going off or nothing, everything's straight.
Yeah.
We hear a knock at our door 30 minutes into shooting our video.
But they thought y'all was smoking that bitch out?
We open the door and it's the hotel security, and we look to pop our head out. The whole hallway is completely fogged, completely fogged. The fire department on the way, they thought it was a full-blown fire, bro.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Which actually, fun fact, the water-based fog machines, they don't chirp the smoke detectors.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You need to tap on that because you put me on that.
So put a towel under the door.
To that point though, the reason why I brought up the story about us being kicked out, to show you guys, sometimes no matter how much planning you do, to your point, you do have to run and go. Because after that shit happened, bro, I'm talking about, we all met in the parking lot, and we were just like, yo, fuck it, we gotta come up with something. We spent probably like 30 minutes to come up with something, and we ran that shit. And it actually came out fucking amazing.
It's a balance between saying, all right, let's just shoot, and we have to plan this.
Yeah.
Because sometimes things go wrong, and then you have to, you know, flip-flop because now the scales are unbalanced. You gotta go back to, all right, let's just shoot. You know, stuff happens. I had a video shoot where we were shooting on like a set, paid somebody to let them use the space and stuff like that. We only had 2 hours in there. We get in there and like 40 minutes is going by because we're waiting on an extra. You know what I'm saying? Like too much time is going by, bro. We gotta switch up the whole plot to the music video right now because a main extra that was supposed to be here on your behalf isn't showing up. And that's okay, I'm all right with that, but you gotta be all right with that too. Because now we gotta be flexible.
And that goes back to the main topic. When you pick up this camera, whether I say you're an entrepreneur, you finna record some podcasts, you're an influencer, you're a business owner, or you're just another videographer and you're trying to get creative. When you pick this camera up, things are not going to go right. Like the filming process, it's gonna break down some things planning wise that can help you out on the go. You can literally do some of this stuff straight from a phone because now you got apps. Like all of these are apps where you can just pull up websites straight on your phone and just do it real quick an hour before. Take that time to do it.
Take the time to plan, yo.
It's possibility for things to fuck up.
No, 100%, bro. Planning is always good, but like we all mentioned, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. So you gotta just understand that. Planning is good. Sometimes if shit just switches up, you gotta just run with it. What tools do you guys recommend for any of these viewers to use to plan accordingly and be able to reference it on the go? What are some of the best tools that you use?
Josh put me on last year, Notion. Notion is a good tool to start using. I'm gonna just give you a quick example. Today, go check out Stronger Together, go check out all the other miniseries, but Stronger Together was actually supposed to shoot before us, but we are very busy right now in business. One Source is doing it crazy right now. We got meetings after meetings. Ryan and Jenna got hella lot of meetings back to back. They
about to walk in now.
See, it's just a whole bunch of stuff happening in One Source. So usually we shoot them first at the top of the day so they can go ahead and just finish their day, but they were too busy, so there's nothing wrong with that. What did I do? I planned accordingly, so then I can just switch around times of what series. But that's all laid out in Notion, from head to toe, what they're talking about, what time they're gonna shoot. So I could just switch it up. To have that is good. Now, if I would've just came in and run and gun, you just running like a chick without with his head cut off. You wanna do that so you can always refer back to something. It's cool to be creative. There's a balance you have to have. If you don't have that balance and one of those scales overweigh each other, you're gonna end up fucking up and nothing's gonna be shot. You ain't gonna shoot nothing. Like, it's just gonna get to the point where you might get some horrible footage. I think a lot of creativity comes off of, like, let's say you start, even as a videographer, when I first started, I was technically planning before I even got to the place. Like, you don't even know it, but you technically start thinking, like, if you're gonna shoot a wedding, you're like, okay, I know where it is, what time it's gonna be at, I know where the sun's gonna be at. I was already in my mind mentally thinking about things.
I just got on the ChatGPT wave.
ChatGPT, talk about it.
I was at dinner with my family last night, and I was like, blowing their mind, showing them like, yo, it's crazy.
What type of things do you use it for?
You can write entire scripts with it. However, it's so in depth too. You can specify to what you want it to be obviously about. Say you want a horror movie, want ideas because you got writer's block. Put that in, boom, it's gonna give you an entire movie script for a horror movie. Tweak that, or you can just take little pieces and parts from it, ideas from it. You could have it write your video contracts. You could have it put things in like table format. Write production budget, entire breakdown of somebody's budget for your movie or a client that you're working with, and you got to give them the budget breakdown so that they know what they got to pay for. It does all of that for you in a matter of seconds.
If you guys aren't aware, ChatGPT is OpenAI software. It's artificial intelligence. So it's a software that you use. You can prompt it to do many different things, and based on how you prompt it, it's going to respond to you back within minutes. It's actually very quick.
There's a lot of people that know about it, but there's also a lot of people that I'm surprised that don't know.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people not on the wave yet.
Facts. And there's plenty of people that know about it and not prompting it correctly. what Marcos was just talking about. For videographers or anybody in this space that's trying to pick up a camera, make sure that you're prompting it correctly, because you can make this thing do numbers. Like last week we had a skit that I planned out. ChatGPT planned out the skit to a T, and then also I told it to literally like make this skit for this scene 30 seconds or 15 seconds. And it would generalize it. Let's say you have a skit you just wrote in your notes 5 years ago. Put it in ChatGPT and tell it to write that whole skit you wrote out into a professional like skit, so you can have it jotted down. An actual script in form. And then tell it like how long you want it to be. It'll do all of that for you.
That brings up a good point too. Everybody that is a cameraman, a videographer, filmmaker, photographer, or artist, y'all should be using your old art. People don't use art as a tool. You should take your old art that you created and you should find ways to do stuff with it that's new, because your skills have improved since you created that video. So you could find a new way to edit that video.
Once you complete a project, you can always refer back to it. A lot of these softwares that we're giving you is really going to be based on your knowledge of it and how you decide to use the platform. So we're just giving y'all the tools. Make sure you guys are going out and actually learning these things. Another software that I actually wanted to introduce was Trello. It's something that we use here as a company, but it's also something I've been using personally for years, and I figured out a way to use Trello to help me manage all of my video projects. So if I can see everything on one board, I'll see, okay, on this board I have everything that's upcoming. Here's what I'm editing right now. Here's what needs to be filmed. Here's what I'm scripting. You break stuff down like that, it's just like a seamless process. Now you have your project overview, which is Trello. Project management is Notion, and then you have a tool like ChatGPT that can allow you to properly plan and just get all the details down for your video.
If you're a business owner and you have like an office full of people and you're watching this video, you can get a little bit more detail by connecting these together. But everything opens up like in a consecutive order. All of these can be put together so it can be a seamlessly processed. You and your company and your individuals that work in that company can literally just take flight, man. Because once you have this on the go, we use it here so much, it helps us be consistent. That's the whole point. We're not as consistent as we are if we didn't really technically have these. We would still shoot, but at the end of the day, we can have somewhere to track this, and then over time we can look back and say like, okay, we did this over, this been 6 months long and we've been shooting this. All right, let's bring all of these videos up. Let's look at the analytics. Let's look at all of these things and tie them all together and see like, okay, what can we do better? What topics do we need to reshoot a topic?
It also allows us to like move with like less communication, because we you know what I'm saying? It's like now we have like interests because we can look at what we have going on our software. Everybody that you're working with will essentially be on one Notion account or one, you know, Trello. So
that we got one hub that we can look at.
Right.
If you ever want to be up to date, log into what we all use and everybody can see the same
Makes
thing.
it to where like I don't have to be like, yo, what's going on with this? Or yo, what's going on with that? I can just look at what's going on with it because it's right there.
And the thing about all these different softwares is adopting them, learning them, and implementing them, it's gonna take some time. But as long as you continuously try to find new ways to use these and how to make it better your process, I promise you it's gonna make things so much easier.
You're in such a creative position where you're so locked in on like just the way that shit looks, because we're doing visual art. You know, you're looking at that photo and you're looking at that video and you're like, all right, I'm gonna finalize this, but you're moving on to the next project that's gonna stop you from thinking about these little things that are gonna help you massively as a creative person.
Because at the end of the day, if you got this camera, now you're a creator.
Oh yeah, you're creative, man. You're creative. And you need tools to help you move efficiently and consistently. Slow is efficient, but efficient is fast.
Yes.
No, take your time to learn these things so that way you can become efficient. And the more efficient you are day to day, you're actually going to see yourself take off, you and your company. And
that's very true. Make sure you do that as a whole, because before I came to OneSource, I wasn't using like crazy amount of tools, but it took me time to learn them. Even the tools that you guys are going to be editing on.
Talk about it.
Right now you just picked up the camera and we just gave you all of these other tools, but now you also got to go in the back end. You got to edit what you just created. You can use Fiverr, Upwork to send this work off and get it edited by somebody else. But if you can't do that and you don't have the budget to do that, then you got to get in there and learn it. You can literally go into Premiere.
Adobe Premiere Pro.
Premiere Pro. You can get.
They're like, what the fuck is Premiere?
DaVinci Resolve. You can get. I started with Sony Vegas. You can get all of these softwares, but I'm telling you, it's gonna take time. YouTube University might be your best friend. So
not might be. Not might be.
It will be.
It's your best friend.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Creativ Cutz is your best friend. Whereas we got you. That's why we're here. We're giving it to you, but also in the future we may bring some tutorials.
I was getting to that. We're gonna eventually get to the point where we're gonna start to doing like how-tos, really tapping in with you guys so you can understand like how to really pull up Notion and plan out, how to really pull up ChatGPT and use it as a videographer, or how to even edit short form content that's really quick and simple on the go on your phone, or even just on the computer real quick in vertical format. A lot of y'all might just be doing vertical content. You just trying to get up a camera and post your content on YouTube, you know, shorts and TikTok and Instagram. But I'm not gonna take too much of your time. We're not gonna take too much of your time.
No, we gonna take it. We gonna go. We need these watch hours. You know, the longer you're watching, the more likely we're able to monetize this channel.
Go watch episode 3
and give us. Go watch episode 3. To your point though, just to kind of bring this all back to the main topic is, you say you got vertical content, you got horizontal content, you got all these different types of platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If you're on fucking Snapchat, Twitter, there's all these different things just outside of your creative process that you have to track and manage. And what better way to do that than using the softwares that we have mentioned previously in this video.
It's gonna speed
That's
it
all
up.
gonna help you out. There's so much noise, so many things to do and plan, but use these softwares to your advantage. There's plenty more out there that we didn't even mention. Right? We only mentioned 3 and a couple softwares, but there are so many out there though.
There's so many other video AIs that are out there that you can tap into. But we'll get on that on the next topic. It's crazy. Just use things to be ahead of the curve. If you out here not using these things, I'm telling you.
And you're not using them. I just started using them.
These people blowing you out of the water.
I never heard of them. Never heard of them. Never heard of ChatGPT. Never heard of any of this.
Most people
Notion,
aren't. I'm gonna be honest. We're pretty ahead of the game right now.
That's why we giving it back to y'all.
That's why we just being honest with you. Like, use these software so you can be ahead of the game. Because a lot of these big companies, if you're a company, I'm gonna be straight up honest. If you're not using these softwares, then you're gonna fall. It's just simple as that.
It's gonna take you 3 weeks to write a script. It's gonna take me 15 seconds.
Literally, like that's we getting our time cut in half. Probably way more than half, to be honest.
It's
like
crazy.
What I can plan out that used to take me, 2 days to plan out, 15 minutes. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
It's use the tools, man. They're here to help you out, and there's nothing wrong with doing things the new way. Drop that old school mentality, pen and paper, fucking whiteboard. It helps, but if you want to move a little bit quicker, because speed kills and success loves speed, use these tools. Also, make sure you follow the pages. We're gonna link our personal pages down below, so if you want to see our work and what we do outside of this, definitely tap in. My dog Marco.
That brings up my point that I was just gonna make.
Go for it.
What y'all been up to?
Woo! If y'all want to tap into what we've been up to, because we already got like a 20-minute episode.
That was genuine. I wasn't talking to the camera. I know.
We have been up to a lot. Y'all tap in, comment below, subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Check out the other mini-series.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we will see y'all on the next episode, man.
Next episode. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Creativ Cutz,
Soto,
Marco, and Yuri. Man, y'all tap in. We'll see y'all.
Marcos with an S. Y'all know the vibe.
Baby.
Finna go edit this.
Yes, sir. Can't give y'all too much, man. Tap into personals.